Our paths crossed last week, and since then I've been learning you all. The crease in your cheek.
Welcome to the Indie Tea Talk podcast. I'm Adam and this is Kitty, your host for a journey into indie music across the north of England. Tune in as we share a brew with some of the most exciting indie artists around, exploring their unique melodies and creating a space where you can discover your favourite music like never before. And whilst you're here, please show your support by hitting that subscribe button. It's a massive help to us and the amazing artists that we feature. Today on the Indie Tea Talk podcast, we're joined by a rising artist who blends hat-on-sleeve songwriting with blues-inspired guitar riffs. Hailing from Harrogate, Dan Napper grew up listening to everything from Queen to De La Soul before finding his own sound through legends like Jimi Hendrix and modern icons like John Mayer and Bruno Major. Now based in Liverpool, Dan's journey from blues guitarist to soulful singer-songwriter has led him to sell out shows across the country, and with a new track set for release on the 5th of December, we can't wait to find out more. So, please welcome Dan Napper into the studio. Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Dan.
First of all, I'd like to say it's a pleasure to be here today.
Oh, well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you over today, so
Oh, thank you.
it's mutual.
My heart is
Oh, man.
warm.
How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing today, yeah, amazing. It was a nice journey over.
Was it foggy, your journey?
I must admit, I was too busy watching stuff on YouTube on the way here.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't driving, I had
You
a
were
lift.
chauffeured.
Yeah,
I was thinking
chauffeured today.
that
Well-
would be crazy to be watching videos while driving
Yeah,
in the fog.
Yeah.
I literally couldn't see the car in front of me. It's really foggy today.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't. I had like a little bit. It's hard to tell because obviously we're really close to the sea, so sometimes it's just like a little bit of sea fret.
Yeah.
So it's normally like quite localized, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's really foggy," and then you drive like 30 seconds in the other direction, and it's not foggy at all. It's just
Yeah.
it's just a bit of sea fret. So
I must say, when I did get out of the car and get to the wrong place, and then I had to call because I was like, I'm lost. I did notice some fog then. 'Cause I wasn't on my phone. The phone was up here, so there was nothing.
yeah, you were like 100 yards on a
Yeah.
different gravel track. Like, I think I'm here. I'm like, no, you're not.
Yes, that was a great start.
Well, you've mentioned growing up in Harrogate, listening to everything from Queen to De La Soul.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time that you realised music could be something more than what was playing in the car? Or
I think it was while listening to Bohemian Rhapsody for the first time.
yeah,
Yeah, I listened to that at my first house. Well, I say my first house, my parents' first house that I grew up in.
right.
And I remember putting it on I think I got a CD for Christmas, and I listened to it on this stereo, and I just was blown away by the sound of it because it's such an obscure track in the best way still to this day. It stands the test of time in the sense of songwriting and music. But I listened to it and I didn't know what was going on. Had that the operatic intro, piano, opera, and some rock outro. It was obscure.
It just goes everywhere, doesn't it?
Everywhere. And that was the moment where I just, not where I thought myself in music, but I thought music was more than just it's something in the background of a TV show.
Yeah, I get that.
Or on the journey to school.
Are there any other specific artists that first made you fall in love with songwriting? Not necessarily just the sound, but the storytelling as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Who are they?
John Mayer was the first, because Queen started it, and then I went along and found people like Jimi Hendrix who inspired Queen, Freddie Mercury and Brian May predominantly. And then I found, after going through this tree of guitarists, I got to John Mayer, who was a modern blues guitarist and a huge icon in guitar today. And he came from a songwriting world instead of a guitar world, which Jimi Hendrix and stuff came from guitar.
Yeah, because you were saying, did you start mainly on guitar?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I guess you've travelled through it that way of starting with the guitarist you adore and then getting to the songwriting part from there. Yeah.
And I found him, and then he sparked a songwriting thing in me.
I think John Mayer sparks a songwriting thing in a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. He's unreal, and then Bruno Major, but he was the one. He was the one for me.
He was
songwriting.
my love,
my first, my love, my only, my perpetual love for that guy.
Yeah. And it's it's weird. You can really tell when you listen to your songs that they come from, like, the guitar melodies are so embedded in the songs. You can really tell that that's like where you stem from. And I think it's really interesting to hear that that's the journey that you've kind of gone through this, like, all these iconic blues and not necessarily blues as such with Jimi Hendrix. It's a bit more
guitar based.
But it's still,
I think it's a really admirable thing to have, though, because I think a lot of songwriters, I definitely feel it myself, in that you write songs and then I feel like I just pretend to play guitar over the top, whereas for you, like, your guitar parts are already so intricate that it brings the songs together really nicely.
Thank you.
So you said that when you first came to Liverpool, you were mainly playing other people's music. What was the turning point that kind of made you need to start writing your own stuff?
Well, I think it was the fact I joined on a songwriting and performance course. The performance had been what had got me on. Because basically when you get to third year, you specialise, but I specialised early because I didn't want to do production because it goes over my head and it's sound related. I was playing and I started singing around the same time, and I started doing like cover gigs at bars and stuff and singing other people's tunes. And going back to John Mayer, I was doing a lot of his stuff, and I just felt amazing while doing it, but I felt this lack of authenticity in myself. I felt that I had a lot to say, as you probably can tell, which is why I'm waffling on.
But you're not even cutting it close.
I was going to say you're in the right place.
Good. But I just felt like I had a lot to say musically as well, and a lot of stuff that I wanted to get out of myself, and that I was getting out through other people's stuff, but this insecurity of a lack of authenticity in myself. I just felt that I wasn't as authentic as I could be and should be.
That's really interesting.
I know, yeah, that is really nice. Did writing your own songs help with that? Like, help you kind of rediscover that and feel like you were being more authentic in your music?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And the more and more I write, because I'm still fairly new to writing. I think I've been going for about a year and a half, 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more like the 18, 20 month mark. But the more I write, the more authentic I feel, because the first few songs I wrote, I just felt, I still love, but they feel, I can see where they've derived their composition and stuff from. I like, other people might not be able to tell, but I know myself. I can see where it's come from. Whereas the more I write, the more it becomes me. And this whole thing of writing does just help amplify this like authentic feeling that I didn't have, but I do feel
I guess
I
also as well, if you've been doing a lot of shows, if you're playing your own songs to an audience, I feel like it's much easier to connect with them. I don't know if you felt that, but you've had sellout shows, so you've clearly got quite a receptive audience. But yeah, I think writing your own songs definitely builds that bridge, doesn't it? Because like we were saying earlier, it's quite a vulnerable thing to play your own song that you've written rather than someone else's songs. So yeah, I think it helps to connect with audiences doing stuff like
that. Absolutely. I think that's like it's what it's all about, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
You know, like you bare your soul, and it's. I mean, you know, we spoke about this loads, haven't we, in past, and it's like it's like a form of therapy. It's like a form of like just being able to express yourself in such an open and honest way.
Yeah,
but
I
then
really feel that.
Being able to write it in such an ambiguous way that it can be receptive to so many people. Like you know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
but there's not always a good reason to tell people exactly what you're saying. Do you know what I mean? And I think that some of the best music, I think was it Gilly that was saying that, like some of the best music, you can say the same words and you can listen to it at different points in your life, and
it always connects with you in a different way.
Because it tells the story so authentically and so real. And I think, you know, your lyrics and the way that the guitar parts kind of interplay with it, it really gives that feel as well. I really buy into it, basically, is what I'm saying.
We love you.
Yeah.
Well, I love you guys.
Do you approach covers gigs differently to how you approach your gigs where you're playing all your own stuff?
Yes.
Because I quite often find if I play covers gigs, I'm not nervous really. If I play a gig where I'm playing originals, I'm bricking it.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same?
I definitely do. I feel this. It goes both ways in terms of nerves and excitement. Like I love playing function gigs and cover gigs because I'm getting to do what I do in my bedroom, you know, on my own, but I'm getting paid for it.
Yeah.
And I get to also see people enjoy it. Hopefully, sometimes not. Whereas when I do it myself, I get this nervous stream through my body, but also this excitement and this exhilaration. And I've learned over fairly recently to like channel it two ways because it's the same hormone that does either for you. But you know, obviously sometimes I can't control it and it's just nerves. But sometimes the excitement and just it's like there is no better feeling than being up on a stage playing your music for people who, when they sing along, that's a bonus there, but just people watching you. And like I said, there's no better feeling than them singing along, watching, listening, enjoying it, and coming up to you and saying, like, I really felt that song. That's like unmatched to any, you know, adrenaline rush or dopamine rush you can get anywhere.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, your new song released on the 5th of December is an absolute earworm, so I hope lots of people sing it back to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm not sure where. I'll be honest, I've not worked out when this episode's coming out yet. So I assume that your song will be out by the time that this comes out.
Yeah. Maybe, hopefully it will be.
So people,
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So people, you guys will have heard it.
Yeah, everybody watching right now, hopefully
you
you've
should go
enjoyed
listen
it.
to it right this
You'll already
second.
be singing it.
Yeah,
You'll already
Sing it
know
right
all
now.
the words.
Well, you've said that I'm Never Loving Again came together in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Which I found pretty wild.
Yeah, crazy.
And I always really, let me choose my words correctly, not quite resent, but I have a lot of displeasure in hearing people be able to write such amazing songs in such a short period of time.
Yeah.
On a personal jealous level.
Yeah.
So I just wondered what your usual like songwriting process was like. Does it normally take you 20 minutes? Is what I'm saying.
No.
Or is
I
it
was
just
going to say
one out of the park sort of thing.
Yeah, you always hear about people like Paul McCartney waking up with Yesterday.
Yeah.
And like, I was talking to one of my tutors at university. I study in Liverpool, by the way.
It's not really.
The Beatles.
I'm plugging the Beatles, but yeah, they always just rave on about Paul McCartney. Sorry, LIPA, if you're listening, I'm not slating you for doing it. It's a great song, but you know, he woke up with it. But I was talking to one of my tutors, and it's like that was like it's almost like a muscle memory thing, but for music. That these things that come to you fast, you've been working on subconsciously for like ages.
Yeah.
Like I've written way less than I wanted to, because I've got this thing where my writing, I won't finish a song most of the time. I'll start loads of stuff and they'll never get finished unless I kind of an instant thing, and that instant thing comes incredibly rarely. And that song was the luckiest thing ever. Like like I said, it came, but also the stuff that I play in it, the composition of it is stuff that I have been doing research and like getting into for ages. It's very, when you hear it, you'll straight away hear the John Mayer in it. And the stuff that's going on, as I just said, is stuff that I've been doing for years. It just has culminated in my own version. You know, I think it's a very like blues infused, John Mayer, Bruno Major kind of style of song. And that isn't something that just came to me in 20 minutes, but it's something that all those ideas culminated again in 20 minutes, which was lucky. And I'm not going to try and lie and say that all the lyrics were done in 20 minutes.
Right.
I need to say that the lyrics,
but the basis of it was down.
Yeah, the whole song, if I wrote it down on a score, was done in 20 minutes. But again, like I said, it's 20 minutes sounds really cool, but then it's not 20 minutes. It's like I've been playing guitar for like 10 years.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. It's like those people that have an overnight success. You know, they've been gigging for 10 years. And then overnight,
we were saying that recently, weren't we?
Yeah.
Overnight success doesn't exist.
It's a lie.
Like I've heard some people talking about Olivia Dean's recent one, but I've known about her for a while, and I've also been looking on YouTube, and anybody can do this. There's videos from like 7-8 years
where
ago of
she's
her doing like
playing
interviews like this.
Yeah, she's playing to no one. Yeah.
And Role Model I saw on Thursday in Manchester, and he again has just blown up in the UK, but has been releasing music for probably a similar amount of time, like almost 10 years. And it's, but it's so true. It's a real parallel thing, you know, with the music and the just everywhere. People have been working so hard, and it does come together. That's when people see it. And same with the music. That's when the music comes together. People don't see the work that's gone behind it. It's just they just see the 20-minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was Lois who came on the podcast quite a few months back now, actually, and she said the same thing. It's like I'm working. I've got a 10-year sort of plan to become an overnight success.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah. Right, it's time to dive into the key question, the reason we're all here. It's time for the tea. The tea. So if your music was a flavour of tea, what would it be and why?
I think...
Q prop.
I was going to say...
Yeah.
That was incredibly smooth, and hopefully the cameras didn't pick up what I just picked up.
But
But I'd say my tea flavour would be lemon and ginger, because my music is good for you.
Look at
Wow.
that. Do you know
it's
what?
healthy.
It's healing.
Yeah.
It's
I
healing.
like it.
It's healing.
Yeah.
It's healing. There we go. That was a better format of saying it. It's healing. Listen to my music. Listen to it. It's come out now. So, but no, yeah. I think lemon and ginger, just because for me it's therapeutic and it helps me. And like I said, that's the reason why I got into it. Not just from the words and music, but the authenticity. It's mine, and I hope it comes across to everybody else that it has this. I try to have open lyricisms within my songs, so people can kind of put themselves in the shoes of me. And healing.
Yeah.
You actually came today with quite a sore throat as well, so you've needed that today.
Yeah.
It did help.
You've needed some healing yourself.
It did heal me. It really did as well. Actually,
I know, it was mad. It was mad.
It started off, and then by the end, it was like,
yeah, the honey lemon ginger kicked in.
I don't know which one were worse, the beginning one or the...
I think I need another tea.
Yeah, I think so.
I think I need some healing.
Well, let's have a minute and have a tea. Whilst we enjoy your first live session, what are you going to be performing for us first?
I'm going to heal you all with Somebody Loves You. It's an unreleased tune of mine, but it goes a little bit like this.
When the lights are dim, the shadows climb the walls, and the winter wind is the only voice that calls you tonight. Oh, tonight. Behind the door right there, there's someone pining you. You push your hands through your hair. Wake up to sleep outside the room. Somebody loves you. Somebody loves you. Somebody loves you. Lock yourself away and think you're trapped in there. It's your own coating of gray. No storm, no dust, so beware.
So you've played sold out shows at the Troubadour and the Cavern Club, two very iconic venues. What's been your favourite moment on stage so far?
I think it's going to be neither of those two.
Really?
The worst bit.
Oh my goodness.
It was,
Okay, so first of all, because we need to know anyway, what was it like to play at those two venues? And also,
amazing.
What's your favourite moment on stage so far?
It was like the best feeling to go and play two, shows at those two venues. Like I've heard of both of those beforehand.
Yeah, they're both so renowned, aren't they?
Yeah, it was a blast. It was so much fun. I did the Troubadour on my own, so it was great, but it was just me. The Cavern, I did it with my full band, sax,
Nice.
trumpet,
Yeah.
my guitarist, my bassist, and my drummer, who were all insane. Like I'm ridiculously lucky to have them playing for me.
Yeah.
For a start. So if they're watching, there's a little plug. But they're honestly, like I think what is the best example is both two iconic venues, two different things. Is one's on my own, one's with the band.
Yeah.
With the band wipes the floor. It's so much fun playing with those guys. They're amazing. But yeah, my favorite on stage moment, it would be the Cavern. But I had it's a bigger venue than this other one that I will talk about, as I couldn't the same effect would have been had. I was playing at a place called the Jacaranda in Liverpool, which is I think it's the place that the Beatles first ever played, which is, it doesn't really get known for that because the Cavern kind of overshines. But it's another cool venue in Liverpool. It's kind of like I play there quite often, but there was this one most recent show that I did there where I could hear the audience singing over me that much that even my noise cancelling in-ears weren't cancelling out, and it was just great having. That was great. I had some of my friends right at the front, and it was amazing hearing that. And there's a group in particular who always come, and they I can always hear them singing so loud. It's people like that. It's when you get to hear your own songs being sang, and you can step away from the mic and still hear them.
Yeah, I love watching. That's a YouTube rabbit hole that I fall down of, watching famous artists when, like, just taking it all in when their audience sings that back to them. But that must feel amazing.
Yeah, stepping back from the mic and like you say, taking it all in, it's just like the best feeling. And it definitely was not the best performance of mine. Well, maybe not. But I just
because you were too busy listening to the audience.
Yeah. And I was just like, this is amazing. Like,
you don't need me. You guys are just doing it yourself.
That's really beautiful.
That is it for me. Definitely.
That's amazing. So is there anything that surprised you about, like, the differences between playing your music and playing cover songs?
Mainly that,
I suppose that moment there kind of encapsulates it, really, doesn't it? But
yeah, I think the biggest bit is when I mess with my own song. Not many people notice. If I mess with a cover, I get booed off.
Booed off?
No, I'm kidding. but you know what I mean. I think the main thing is
a really harsh place you play cover gigs, man.
I'm so bad when I play covers gigs. I literally sing the same verse like 4 times.
Yeah.
If you don't know the words, it's fine.
Half of the time they don't even know. They have a go.
I miss a bridge out here and there if I don't know the chords.
It's so funny. I do this thing that seems it's not deliberate at all. Well, I'm going to explain it all to you guys. But if I forget the words, I just end up mashing it up with another song that kind of has the same kind of groove to it.
Oh, right.
Like I often do Billie Jean and Staying Alive.
Nice.
And I'll just forget the words to the rest of Staying Alive, and I'll go, let's go to Billie Jean. And then everyone's like, wow, that's really cool. And I'm like, I just forgot the words. I'm not going to try and obviously I don't say that on stage. I go, yeah, look at me right now.
I'm so cool.
I just know one half. I know the first bit of that song and the last bit of that song.
That literally is it. And then I get to the second song and I've forgotten the words, and I'm like, go back to the other song for a bit, and then just do the first verse of that, and then I'm done, and then I'm like, thank you.
Nice. It's a good way. Like, good way to go.
Yeah, they're like, wow, and I'm like, I forgot the words.
Iconic,
man. So as someone who's, I guess you're still quite early in your songwriting career as far as it goes. What's the dream, or what's the kind of moment that you're chasing? Where do you want to be?
I've got this thing that you should never. For me, I'm just shooting as high as I can ever go. I want to be doing all over the world and doing
Sky's
my
the
music.
limit.
Yeah. That I don't think I'm ever going to have an objective that I can reach in the way that I don't want to, so I can keep shooting and never satiate from what I'm doing. Because like I said, there's feelings. It's this mindset thing, and that I'm slowly trying to fix into myself. But the more like I'm gonna have moments like the cabin, like the Jack, where I feel amazing. I'm just like, this is the best feeling in the world. But it's trying to make sure that doesn't like completely satisfy me yet, and just keep going.
So you don't become complacent.
Literally, because I have a habit of kind of, not so much now, but previously when I was younger, before I moved to Liverpool, before I kind of made this big change as a person and just trajectory that I was on, was I'd kind of get not bored, but I'd do, compared to now, I do a lot less, and I'd be fine with that, and I don't ever want to fall into that again. And I don't think like I will, but I think stuff like that never really satisfying, and just shooting way past I can even see is something that's going to keep me going.
Yeah, that's a really good way to look at it as well, because I guess if you're constantly striving to achieve more, then you will.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just settle for less and say, oh, well, I played that show and it was sold out. I win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think like it's a very similar sort of ethos to what we've done with this place. Like I still find it really difficult to believe that you've travelled like, how many hours did it take you to get here? Like 3.5?
God, yeah. So I came, I got the train back last night, which was like 3 hours. And then I drove, I got a lift, 1.5 hours today. So what's that, like 4.5, 5 hours? I can't remember what the first number I said was, but yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, originally when we started doing this, we had a lot of like very, very local artists, like Leeds. We've had a couple from like we're just outside of a town called Bridlington, for those that know it. So we've had like some local artists from like Bridlington, Scarborough, and then all of a sudden we've got like, you know, people like coming from Liverpool, people coming up from Devon, you know, like organising a tour just so that they could come and be on the podcast. And it's like, you kind of hope and dream that people are gonna like sort of relate to what you're trying to do, and then when it starts happening, you think, right,
like people actually want to be a part of it.
You're like, that's great. Right, next, I need to get someone from. Like, I need to get someone to fly over from a different country. That's like, do you know what I mean? And it's like,
well, Bernice's mates came from Italy.
I don't think it specifically came for us, but I'll take it.
It's mad. When I did the cabin, this was a moment that I'll never forget, which maybe actually I probably should have said with my favourite moments.
There's too many favourite moments.
Yeah, there is. There was this gentleman that had come from France to watch me, and like I asked my bassist who speaks French to go talk to him and ask him again, because I was like, he'd spoke English as well. That's how I'd spoken to him initially. I can't speak anything but English. I'm awful. I can barely speak English if I'm being honest. But, he said that to me, and I was like, Tom, my bassist, please, go and talk to him after the show. And he'd come from France to watch me, which was crazy because like,
wow, yeah,
that's incredible.
I never thought that would happen this time soon. You know, like I said, that goal thing of like, I want to keep shooting for the stars, that in my head, it's going to happen. But I never thought, and it was mad. I was like, really? But I was like, yeah, it was such a lovely guy as well. He was amazing, and sat right at the front, sang along. But it was just that, like, it's like you guys were saying, it's an amazing moment when that happens.
Yeah.
Such like a
people traveling
moment.
overseas to come and see you for what, half an hour.
And he made a trip out of it and just come and then got the flight back in the morning.
But still, that's
But
it's incredible, and it's incredible to think that you could do something that means something to somebody else as well. Like, I know how much this project means to me, just as much as you know how much like your projects mean to you. But for that to then translate into somebody else, like, it's such a humbling and rewarding, and like so many different emotions come into it, and you're like, I just can't believe it. I just got to keep like. I don't know. Sometimes in my head, I just think, right, what is the craziest thing that could possibly happen? Right, let's try that.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it works.
Well, that was like this morning when I said to you, guess my story.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Do you know Henry Gaston?
Yeah,
because you're from Harrogate as well, right?
Henry was who showed me this.
So I said when I arrived this morning when you were setting up, I said to Adam, you'll never guess what happened yesterday. And he was like, all right, let me guess. And I was like, okay. And he was like, you went climbing, and I was like, oh, he's telling the story for me. And then he was like, and then you bumped into someone from the podcast, which is exactly what happened. So yesterday I went outdoor climbing in Armscliff near like Knaresborough, Harrogate.
Yeah.
And my mate that I was climbing with was like, oh, we're going to this bonfire thing in Harrogate tonight if you want to come. I was like, oh, cool, yeah, that sounds great. And went to this bonfire night in Harrogate yesterday, and then afterwards went to a pub in Harrogate, and Henry Gaston walks in, and he was like, oh, mad, like, what are you doing here? And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot you lived in Harrogate. And yeah, it was just crazy to bump into someone that I don't know him outside of the podcast at all, and it's nice to, like, I don't know, just to meet people and be you're just living your normal life, and you've been on the podcast.
Yeah, you've got all these, like, we've built all these new friendships as well out of it as well, which is great. You know what I mean? And you just go to a random gig and it's like, dude, hello.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was a no-brainer. From Henry showed me this, like I was saying, he was the one who introduced me to this amazing podcast, and
nice.
It was a no-brainer. Going back to the traveling thing, there wasn't a doubt in my mind I wanted to come in from the journey that I made. It was this is such an amazing thing. I want to firstly say I want to not just talk about myself, but talk about how great this is for anybody watching. It's
Oh, it's really kind of you to say that. We really appreciate it. So we've already kind of touched I'm Never Loving Again. But what can you tell us about it? We've kind of gone into the process of it. What can people be looking forward to? Oh, well, I suppose it's a little bit mute, this, actually, isn't it? Because they'll have already heard it.
Well, if they haven't, then they can watch this and go, right. Oh, let's go listen to that.
So what could people, before they go and listen to the song, what should people expect?
They should expect a song.
Yes. 17,000 edits.
Yeah, 17,000 edits. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
The whole deal. But no, I think you should expect something that's really exposing and vulnerable. It's a very vulnerable song.
I definitely got that from it.
And something that is, this song for me live is a hard one because it has a song moments, but also on the track, it's got a lot of guitar moments and musical moments. You should expect hopefully nice guitar parts on it, I think.
Nice guitar.
There's a nice guitar solo in there. Hopefully it's nice. I'll just leave it at a guitar solo maybe. And yeah, I think you should expect something that's vulnerable, raw, and something that should, if my work works and connects with you, I think it's something that everybody has a relatability to at some point. It's a hyperbolized feeling based, on the titles I'm Never Loving Again.
Yeah.
It's something that lasts for about 5 minutes, like the song's duration. But you do things that everyone's had the thought of, like, what's even, I'll just be, on my own for it, And I think it's a song that everyone will have a relatability to if my job is done correctly.
I think your job has been done very well.
Thank you.
Indeed.
So what's next for you after this release? Have you got any gigs, collaborations, projects we should keep looking out for?
After this release, I've on the day of the release, which you guys will have missed because you're late. The audience, by the way, yeah, the song's already out. But I would have had just this release gig at the Jacaranda, which I was saying was my favourite on stage moment earlier. But after that, the new year kind of is.
What date is the release gig? Is it on the day of the release?
On the day, on the evening of, so I can say when I'm up there on stage, and people might be singing along. My song is out now. Everywhere. Yeah. On all streaming platforms. But no, I can't do the American thick voice because I'm not at my tea. Yeah. I've not had my
regenerative. Yeah.
In a land far away.
You're good at that.
In a land far away.
I'm not.
I'm never loving again.
Funnily enough, my voice doesn't do that.
Mine just sounds like husky and stupid. Yours sounds great.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, I've finished recording for my first EP, which will not be released for some time, but I'm trying to get each song out singularly and slowly teasing you all with some nice music. But yeah, I'm basically just recording, writing, and trying to carry on what I'm doing. There'll be a lot of gigs next year. Hopefully another mini tour. I just got off the back of a mini tour, spanning from London, Manchester, Liverpool, etc. But yeah, hopefully just gigs and more music. And being honest, it's just going to be a plan and work of relentless pushing myself and my art onto you. So hopefully hopefully you see it. This is the thing. I want to put myself everywhere and make sure I'm unmissable.
Yes.
That's mainly the plan. To be honest, it's literally just non-stop.
Make sure I'm absolutely everywhere. Infiltrate everything.
Yeah.
All of
If you
it.
don't see me on your phone, swipe and I might be next on the list. But
Yeah.
I'll keep doing
Brilliant. Right, it's time to jump into your next live performance. Do you want to tell us what you're going to be playing and a little bit about it?
Well, since I've just spoken about my next upcoming song, I'm not going to play it. No. I'll play the next song's going to be Never Loving Again. And it goes something like this.
Our paths crossed last week, and since then I've been learning you all. The crease in your cheeks when my arms wrap around you. But now I see tears as they run down your face. They replace a smile that slowly fades. You pack up your things, then tell me not to chase. Once I try to trace the wrongs I made, but I never love it again. It only ends one way, this with yesterday. I never love it again. It only ends one way, this with yesterday. Your scars still light my I guess that means I'll keep you warm. As I cross the line, oh, the line that was never drawn, yeah. But now I feel tears as they run down my face. They replace my smile that never fades. I pack up my things, then I choose not to chase. Once I try to trace the wrongs I made, but then I never love it again. It only ends one way, that's with yesterday. I never love it again. It only ends one way, that's with yesterday.
So you've made it all the way through to the quick fire section. Let's see how quick they are.
I'm bracing myself.
Yeah, the quick fire round sometimes falls into not
just
fast
rambling
territory.
chat again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably will. No, I'm not. I'm going to have a good mindset. I'm not going to ramble. I'm going to be quick.
Let's
Nice,
do it.
I like it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Quick.
Quick.
Who's the first person you'd send a new song to?
This is not going quick.
Fail.
A new song.
The sheer panic is real.
This
It's
is.
okay.
I'm sweating right now. My hands have gone up.
You have a moment. Take
All
a
right.
breath.
We
We'll
can edit
talk
this out.
amongst
We can edit this out, and it'll be this really unclean edit of just who are you going to send it to? Bang! Straight this person's name that I still haven't managed to gather yet.
Oh no, all the ums and ers will be in there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm throwing you to the wolves, man.
Oh no! Who? This is really hard because I was going to say I don't really show it to anybody first, which is a lie. I think right now it's a friend of mine and an artist herself called Krista Pearson.
Right.
I showed her the newest song that I've written first, and although I've not gone to her every time,
But
that's
right
the newest one. Yeah,
that's-
I showed her. Yeah, I think so
Nice.
because she's like an artist in her own right.
Mhm.
I'm playing with her in London soon, and it just really click musically, and I think I could show her. And she'd be critical, but also that was so not quick. I'm sorry.
I think that's really important though with sharing. I'm very specific with who I share, especially if a song is still in its early stages and it's still like in development. I think you do have to be really careful because you want someone who's gonna listen to it and like you say, not necessarily criticize, but pull out points that you could maybe improve it, or especially if you send it to another musician, that then they'll pull out, oh, I actually really liked this bit when you did this. And it's quite nice to share ideas with a fellow creative because then you bounce off each other.
Because sometimes bits that you overlook could actually be like quite a driving hook in the song or something like that, and they're like, oh, I love that bit, and you're like, oh, I didn't even really consider that bit as a part that I should accentuate or whatever. But anyway, we do digress.
What is your biggest onstage disaster?
My favourite question, this.
Ooh. I've had a lot, so this is not going to be quick either. I'm really bad at this. My mindset thing has gone, terrible. I was like, I'm going to be really quick. Not one bit. I think for the first few times I played with my band, I had this problem where I'd do the set, I'd split it into two halves. I'm going to talk really quickly so I can do it quick quietly. But if I didn't mumble so much, I could do that. But I'm really poorly spoken. Sometimes, especially if I talk fast. And here I am
digressing again.
So I had these first 2 gigs I did in my band, or probably like first 5 actually. It happened every single time.
It's still happening now.
It's still happening now. And so basically I'd start off with an acoustic guitar for the first half of the set, and then to the second half I'd have my electric. My electric was the side of me, acoustic in my hand. A song called Circles of Mine, I'd switch around in the middle of the song, they'd break it down, I'd go to a guitar solo. Every single time I put my acoustic guitar down, I went to pick my electric up, it either wasn't plugged in, the amp wasn't turned on, my pedal board wasn't plugged in. So I'd be there and I'd be like, and then
for the solo as well.
But there was this one
Are you
really,
straight into the solo?
yeah, straight in. But there was one really cool time where I had to bend over, turn the amp on, or plug my guitar on one of them. And like one hand was like turning it on or plugging my guitar in, and then the hand was like doing this like trill thing. So I was just playing one-handed, which seemed really cool, but it wasn't very cool at all. It looked so, I actually did utilize that and do it deliberately once after, but every other time it was just
all accidents.
Yeah, and not very good. I go bright red. I've got a tendency if I get embarrassed to just go like the colour of red.
You're wearing a red jumper, just for reference.
I've got a red jumper on. So,
Right. Harrogate or Liverpool, which inspires you more?
Oh my goodness, are you making him slate his hometown
Liverpool.
right now?
I was going to be really fast then, but I didn't want to offend anybody from Harrogate, but Liverpool 1000%.
Yeah. I think Liverpool's a really inspiring place.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, I love Liverpool, but I love home, but home's like it's like a switch off, like seeing my family, like time. I can't. It's a complacent place for me because it's home. For me, I've got this thing where I can't work from home. I always have to be out writing. I can't be, and the same thing actually translates over to actually geographical home. I just can't. When I'm at Harrogate, I just feel too relaxed, too and it's
settled. Yeah.
And it's not the place. It's the story with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I get it. I'm completely like I am so much more productive working from here as opposed to working from home.
Yeah,
like even just like writing the podcast interview prep stuff. Like, I think there's too many distractions as well. Like you've got your like I know this is a place where I can be creative and my mindset when I walk in is that. Whereas at home it's like, oh yeah, there's the pots need putting in the dishwasher and this, that and the other, and you're like and I just become sidetracked and having that sort of creative mindset is difficult to fully endorse when you're not fully there.
Yeah. I was going to say that your distractions sound very productive. Mine's like, some biscuits in the drawer. Let's go eat those.
We do that too.
I was completely lying. That is exactly.
That's why I burst out laughing. I was just like, this makes me look so bad, but I just see food and I'm like, I want to go eat that. And I've already had like 3 meals that day, but I'm just like,
yeah. Why do you think the stuff needs putting in the dishwasher? That's what I'm saying.
I have a question that's actually not on here.
Go.
Are you a napper?
Ooh. Is Dan Napper a
do
napper?
you nap?
Well, here's the thing. I don't. I think everyone who like knows me is going to say yes, but I because I'm always late to stuff because I've been falling asleep. But but I'm not.
I'm struggling to see how you're going to work your way out of this.
I don't nap. I take like regenerative, like lie down time
with your eyes closed.
With my eyes closed.
I'm just resting my eyes.
Yeah.
I'm a napper. I'm also the worst quick fire person. I could have just said yes.
Yeah.
I lie down with my eyes shut and in a bed and put the duvet on, and then like 8 hours later, I didn't nap though.
That's not a nap.
That's not a nap. That's a full night's sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's my yeah.
I'm not a napper. I'm a sleeper.
That's why I was late, because it was 8 hours.
Right, I've got one that you can't not do a quick fire one with this one. Describe your sound in 3 words.
Oh wow, it didn't
Authentic.
work.
Yes.
Nice.
Raw.
Yes.
Guitar.
Guitar. Why? I don't know why I thought the last one was going to be really poignant.
Yeah. This is getting deep.
Yeah. Emotional.
The pause made it feel like it was going to be,
beautiful.
Might as well just said
Guitar.
sugar puffs.
Guitar music. What's one lyric of yours that means the most to you right now? Sorry, that is deep.
No, that's a great question.
Well done, Adam.
Thanks.
That's a great question. I think probably Somebody Loves You. It's a lyric I wrote just under a year ago, but I just think that's a thing that everyone should remember, and it's a hard thing to remember all of the time. It's not a frequent thing that I question that, but it's when you do that's a really hard thing to think about or deal with and have going on in your head. But then that lyric to me, I think, is just something that speaks a lot. To me at least, and when I play it, that's a song that I will never ever get tired of.
Yeah. I also think to be able to sing that to a room of people is really special.
Yeah,
like if you can make anyone feel like that, then that's pretty good.
Yeah,
brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your quickfire answers.
You are so welcome for this.
Brilliant. Well, it's now time for you to plug yourself a little bit. So we want to know where we can find all your music. We want to know where we can find your latest gigs, whether you've got any merch incoming.
Yes.
Where are we looking, and what are we going to find?
I'm on every platform I can think of that I can think of. I'm definitely missing a few because I don't know of them. But I'm on Instagram, TikTok. It's Dan Napper, DAN Napper. And everything. There's maybe an underscore there in there somewhere or an 04, but it changes because when
an
you
underscore or an 04.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Insta's underscore in between Dan and Napper.
Yeah, that's
TikTok is underscore, but it's also got an 04 at the end. So
both double.
What I can do is I can make this all a little bit easier. It's all in the links below. Just hit one of them.
Just
and subscribe while you're there.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe, comment.
Yeah.
Like
Any other
subscribe.
things that we can get them to do?
Yeah, I've got a website as well, which is I've got a website. Everything's on Spotify. I can't speak now. Everything's on Spotify and all streaming services as well. Everything that's out. But on my website and Bandcamp, I've got exclusive stuff like live sessions, gigs, just all sorts of stuff. But I think the most important thing is Instagram for me. That's where everything's put on. I will completely just invade your For You page if you sub to me.
Cameraman having a coffin
what's
fit.
going on with you?
Right, George?
We're having a moment here.
Yeah, that was getting really...
Bloody hell, George. No one spoke to me. No one's talked about me for a long time.
I'll talk to you in a minute.
Yeah, shut up until after. Brilliant. So, what about? Have you got any merch on the
Ooh,
incoming? Like,
it's coming.
Yeah?
It's coming very soon.
and is that going to be
What's
available?
it like? Is it beautiful? Can you tell us all
It's got my
about it?
face on it, right on the front of it. Just like there's no actual colouring on the t-shirts. It's just my nose here, my ears here. It's just my face. No. I promise you, it'll be something nicer than that. You don't have to look at that all the time. But yeah, no, I'll have some stuff coming real soon.
Nice.
Brilliant. Well, that kind of wraps up another episode of Indie Tea Talk. Big thanks to you, Dan. Really appreciate your efforts coming over and the amazing music that you've played for us.
No, thank you guys so
been
much.
Absolute pleasure having you on. Remember, you can follow Dan Napper on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the streaming sites, his website, all linked below. You can follow us on Instagram predominantly. We do have a TikTok, but I don't think I've logged into it for at least 8 months.
I just found that when I was on the sofa.
Yeah.
I followed.
Yeah.
Did you? Brilliant. That must be thank you for being number 3.
Yeah. we have the average mindset of, I would say, 80 years old between us in terms of any kind of social media.
Oh,
so
man. It's
if you want to
horrendous.
help with our TikTok.
Yeah, please
I'll
jump on it.
Send me the account. I'll just start putting Dan Napper all over it.
Yeah.
And then also
Be like, listen to
NDT
this
in the bottom.
episode. It's really good. It's this guy.
he talks a lot and is bad at quick fire.
Well, thanks again, Dan. It's been an absolute pleasure. And until next time, thank you very much.
No, thank you
you.
guys.